The recent crisis in Ukraine can give us the opportunity to apply the rule of Bayes as it was described by Zlotnick in 1970. In this paper, he defines the revised stereo odds of a war as the prior odds of a war times the likelihood ratio of observing an event E in case of a war compared to no war. So let's start by giving the hypothesis of an imminent war a rather low probability. We can say, for example, that the probability of a war is just a tenth of that of no war. So here we put 0.1. So far we have collected only 4 information. To begin with, Russian fighter planes were observed on the European airspace. We estimate the probability of this event to be twice more likely in case of a war than in case of no war. So here we input 2. Then we know that Russia has declared that airplanes have been sent close to the US airspace. We consider this event to be 3 times more likely in case of war than in case of no war. So here we input 3. Then we heard that NATO has confirmed that Russian tanks are entering Ukraine, and we think that this information has a very high diagnostic value, so we will give it a rather heavy weight, let's say 5. Last, we have seen John around. Actually, we don't consider this observation to have any diagnostic value, so here we input 1, which means that we consider the probability of observing John to be the same in case of war as in case of no war. But in the end, this is our estimate. We consider the hypothesis of an imminent war to be 3 times more likely than that of no war. And we could also chart here our results.